That reminded me of Pink Floyd. I forgot the song's name. When the dog howls. This one goes out to Blue. Early one morning the sun was shining. I was laying in bed, wondering if she's changed at all, and a wondering if her hair's still red. Her folks said our lives together sure gonna be rough. They never liked Mama's homemade dress, and Papa banquet book wasn't big enough. And I was lying on the side of the road with the rain falling on my shoes, hanging out for the West Coast. Lord knows I gotta pay them dues. Getting through, tangled up in blue. Well, she was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, and I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could and abandoned it out west. Split it up on a sad dark night, both agreeing it'd be the best. Well, she turned around to look at me and I was walking away. Heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great North Woods, working for a cook as a spell. Never liked it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where I happened to be well employed, working for a while on the Fisher boat docked outside Detroit. And now while I was alone and the past was close behind, seen a lot of women, though she never escaped my mind, and those feelings grew, tangled up in blue. Well, she was working in a topless place. I stopped in for a beer, kept her looking on the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. And later on, as the crowd thinned out and I was about to do the same, she stood there in the back of my chair, saying, "Now don't I know your name?" I muttered something neath my breath as she studied lines upon my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe. Tangled up in blue. Well, she lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. Thought you'd never say hello, she said, you look like the silent type. And when she opened that book of poems and she handed it to me, written from the Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of those words rang out and burning on like coal, pouring off of every page like it was written from my soul.